Hi everybody, it's me, Jordan here, and today I'm going to talk about dealing with H&R Blocks. Now, a lot of people go to different places for people to file people's federal and state and local taxes for them. Now, of course, there are a lot of programs that can do that for you too, TurboTax being one of the popular ones. Now, there are a lot of things that some people basically don't know. Like, for example, I never knew that the taxes that were taken out for federal and state income tax and local income tax was called tax liability. Now, a lot of people might think, I never heard that term. But when you work for someone and they take out on your behalf, the tax liability is the actual amount of money that's been taken out for income tax, as it's called. Now, Jordan, so you might think to yourself, wow, Jordan, you know that because you run a business and you take out federal, state, you take out federal, state, and local for people who work for you, and also your company takes out federal, state, and local. Yeah, Jordan says. So usually goes down something like this. Okay, so let's go through the information. So here's your information for federal. Put that information for state. Here's for local and stuff. And then you usually always find yourself asking questions about what will affect what. Now, one of the questions is, if you are on Social Security and you're running a business, does that income count as working income and does it affect your benefits? And the answer was no. No, the money that your company is bringing in is separate money from you. It's not the same type of money, so it doesn't affect. Now, if you were working for somebody else, it would affect. Yeah, but I always try to stay under 2 hours and always make sure that my wages are usually always the same. Good. Then Jordan said comes the favorite part. When you find out how much you're going to get back from the Internal Revenue Service and the Pennsylvania Department of Revenue. And it's always that the federal always seems to be quick with their returns before the state is. Now, you would think that this was otherwise a different story, but the Internal Revenue Service always seems to be quicker with the refunding of people's income tax money than the Pennsylvania Department of Revenue refunding people of their income tax money. So close to $3,000 is going to be what you get back from federal. What you get back from state will be 200 some. So if you merge it together, you get a lot. Yeah, Jordan said, but how long do I have to wait? Well, the Internal Revenue Service has been pretty quick this year with getting people refunded. It's always that way. That's what they tell us. They've always been pretty quick with it. We've had people come in who filed it, and in almost a week or so, they've already had their income tax done, their money back. But that's what the Internal Revenue Service tells us, And what about the Pennsylvania Department of Revenue? Well, they're always slow, and they're always second, regardless of everything. And then Jordan said they always remind you that if you ever get audited by the Internal Revenue Service or the Pennsylvania Department of Revenue, that someone from H&R Blocks will act as your representative and go there and talk with the Internal Revenue Service auditor officers and the Internal Revenue Service auditor agents and the Pennsylvania Department of Revenue auditor agents. So you don't have to take time off from work or whatever the case might be. Now, if you ever get audited, our people can act as your legal representative. We can act as a representative for you if you ever get audited by the Internal Revenue Service or the Pennsylvania Department of Revenue. Well, that's good to know. Let's hope that never happens. So that's my experience dealing with H&R Blocks. Jordan said, I don't know what the HR stands for, but That's it. I'm Jordan. I'll see you later.